How do you play a G major chord?
You see, chords are made up of 3 different notes. We call it the root, the third, and the fifth because they're the first, third, and fifth note of a scale we use to make up the chord. You can think of it like coffee, sugar, and milk that go into a sweet, milky cup of coffee. 3 ingredients to make up the chord. The root note is like the coffee, the third, like the sugar, and the fifth is like the milk. And then when we hear them all together, it's like mixing that coffee together. Or you could think of it with ice cream, chocolate sauce, and some sprinkles. If you're making ice cream with sauce and sprinkles, you can have as much ice cream as you can have different quantities of all 3, just so long as all 3 are present. And it's kind of like these chords, because all the basic chords, of course, are 3 notes. The major chords and the minor chords.
So 3 ingredients. So like the main ingredient is what? Like
ice cream, obviously.
But in the chord.
the root. So that's like your coffee, that's your sugar, and that's your milk. And it makes sense, the milk is like milking it out, diluting it. That's your sugar. And your coffee is the main thing. So let's look at the G chord. The first note, the coffee, is G. The third, the sugar, is the note of B. And the fifth, the third note in the chord, is the D note. Let's have a look at where all these notes can be found on the guitar. As you can see, it wouldn't be possible to play all the notes of the G major chord at the same time. So we have all these different ways of playing our own special selections of notes from the G major chord. These are called different chord voicings. To start with, let's just look at the chord voicings, which are easier to play. As long as you have the 3 notes, the coffee, the sugar, and the milk, of G major, it really doesn't matter very much which chord voicing you play, especially not in the beginning. Then I go to C.
So what we just did was I was playing mainly the third, mainly the sugar.
The sugar note, right?
In each of these chords.
And I was avoiding playing them in the chord, because often, like in the beginning when you're singing and playing, it's nice to have your melody note played along. It's nice to really hear the note that you're meant to be singing. But more advanced singers don't actually like that. They like to be holding the melody. It sounds more musical when we're sharing the voicing of the chord. Although different chord voicings do sound different, they are really fully interchangeable. Here's what we do for fun in the English countryside, trying to identify different chord voicings of the same chord. So I'm going to play some different voicings. Ariel's going to just tell me. We know the chord is A major, so he's not listening for whether it's A major. He's just listening for what voicing it is.
Can you play me spread? It's like an E shape.
Yeah, he's got that right. You see, I was playing it using the E shape.
That's a G shape.
Yeah, wow. He's very good at this.
Oh, that's a C shape because
it's a C
because
shape.
The third is on top.
So what he's listening for is the specifics, like a real coffee master tasting one and saying, oh, too much sugar, too much milk, etc., etc. Okay, let me try another one and let me try to redeem myself.
All right, D major, how about
D major. So we'll change key, we'll do D major, we'll do some different flavors in D major.
Okay, so here goes.
Yeah, I think I might have seen, it's an A shape, but it's like, you kind of saw. Okay.
So in the beginning, you can start with the easiest one, which is this one here with just 3 notes. And then keep adding more fingers as you feel more comfortable. So 1 finger, 2 finger G, 3 finger G, 4 finger G. And then you can add a few more to your repertoire, a few other shapes. But these two, you should definitely start.
Mm-hmm.